Welcome to Friday Beer Parlor Politics. People want to know what Wike is doing in Abuja. Is it beer parlor kind of administration where you go all out threatening landlords of over 40, 45 years that you want to take over revoke their land titles because they didn't pay land charges, tenement rates, actually the ground rents rather, and it took the intervention of the president for you to even push it forward for 14 days. And we are hearing now from Senator representing FCT, Ireti Kingibe, that you waived reducing the land bills that's supposed to be about 200 million to 2 million, simply because you want to allocate that land to a company that is owned by your children. This is a clear abuse of power if it is true. I mean, because people are going to verify this, they are going to investigate this. It's a clear abuse of power, and then we might end up in jail sometime. Maybe not today.
I don't think we should speak much English because they put the analysis the way Ireti put it. He said you gave your children land because you said that you're from a rich home. You could have had the money to do it. Someone like you now, you don't do land. They never give you
since 2013. I have
children. They were still children at that time.
Yes.
When I applied.
Yes.
Now, okay, no one. You're giving them the land. The rates they were supposed to pay for the land is 200 million. In overnight, you reduced it to 2 million. That's robbery.
And this is the same person threatening people who have developed their
threatening. He has collected people's land. And it has gone on, I mean, everybody's quiet.
Because I kept saying this. The primary motive of allocating land is for development in line with public interest. The issues of paying ground rent, yes, very sacrosanct, but that's our secondary motives. So if this, because it's a senator representing FCT, she's actually saying she's so sure of what she was saying.
Yeah, she said she has documents. She actually said she's taking to a floor of Senate. They should look at it, they should talk about it. It is unbecoming. This is conflict of interest. This is abuse of office.
And let me draw your attention to this. When you deny FCT revenue, you are not denying, it's not unlike what you have when you deny Delta State their revenue or Lagos State their revenue. If you deny FCT their revenue, you are denying the entire Nigerians. Because FCT is on federal pulse. That's why FCT doesn't have a governor. It has a minister representing the federal government. So FCT is fully a federal setting. So that revenue, that money belongs to entire Nigerians.
So, having said that, I'm saying from an angle, see, every person that have governed a state, 90%, that is their behavior. But in the state level, they are loud. They do whatever they want to do. And when they transit the higher position, they forgot they're no longer governors. We don't know what he did to Rivers land. How can you, from 200 million, you waived 198 million of it? You know what that can do? You know what can
people are.
This government is crying for money.
Yeah.
I said there's no money anywhere.
And we are borrowing money.
And you're waiving 198 million.
You see, like what you said, all of them don't do things. From the president to, because it was Lagos State government. So all of them, you see, these are the way they rob Nigerians. You see, we are not talking about Lagos State. We knew or heard of how the president has converted lands that belong to the state to his own personal land. I'm telling you on record. Now coming to FCT, we've talked about how land was allocated to FCT ministers' children. Based on what criteria? How did they get the land? Because the father is FCT minister?
I was saying that in as much as we agree that, let's just say it's Wike, even himself say, let's just say it's children. That children are Nigerians, they have right to business. But you can't adjudicate your own matter. the opportunity, the law allows you to recuse yourself in anything that will put you to be that the transaction can no longer be an arm's length transaction. You cannot be seen to have been independent. And now this is an evidence of it. For the reason why they say you should recuse yourself, you shouldn't be part of the process. Is this not a clear abuse of power?
It is, and she even went ahead to say something. I know that you saw it there. That a land that was allocated in Buhari for General Hospital, we has revoked it. We want to build a mall there. A land that was
that's illegal. What is it? General Hospital is more
essential.
It's an yes.
Among
public interest, it's actually an essential part.
Now, you know, that's not the only one you revoked. You know, it took a lot of University of Abuja's land. He said
For what? If it is for additional public interest, yes, we could say that, oh, as at the time it was kept, maybe.
We don't know. You see, when they take it, they don't tell you what they're going to do with it. He said, what FCT, University of Abuja do with that kind of a it's okay. Do you understand? But we only know that institutions are built for a lot of things, research purposes. I remember Ahmad Bello University.
Okay,
they have a very big land, vast land that you can even have an airstrip. Why? Because of future purposes.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Now, if you take a land that belongs to a hospital, what are you not going to give it to?
What is more?
Do you understand?
What is more?
What's a government doing with a mall? These are private job of individuals.
Yes, even this conference center innovated.
These are for private people.
Private people that build all those kind of malls, theater centers, and all. It's not a thing of the government.
You know, I told you that stretch, if you are going to Asokoro, where you have from Maitama going to Asokoro, that express, all that land was for sports facilities.
Yes.
In that Maitama, going to IBB's golf course.
Yes.
All that stretch was for sporting facilities. They revoked that land for sport and reallocated it among themselves. This is how they rob Nigeria. How can you bring a land out, give to your children, also not tell them to pay 2 million?
When this is investigated,
who investigated?
No. Let me tell you. See, we've been in this city for a very long time. We've seen power come and go. Wike wasn't the minister last 4 years.
Of course.
So power is transient. Wike is not going to remain a minister. Let me just say, even the best of cases is that Asiwaju wins 2027 election. He could even drop Wike. Don't say who investigated. I can investigate it if you can't. You understand? So if at the end of the day, do you think this failure to pay what you're supposed to pay is a sufficient ground to revoke that land?
Yes, it is. When he asked you who investigate,
I can.
I align with him. Let me tell you what they do there. I can okay. Recently he has spoken about wicked children. They are not the only one. Has benefited from it. A lot of National Assembly people that are looking to this, they have benefited so much from it.
No. You see, if you listen to Kingibe, and if you also listen to the first interview or interaction we had on this, I, for one, didn't believe Wike's children are not Nigerians. They are Nigerians and they have right to business. They have right to acquire land. But once you know that you are the one in charge of this, you can't be part of that process. You even see judges do it. They say, I recuse myself in this case. You see people do that. Do you understand? So that nobody is questioning their right to own. It's guaranteed in the Constitution.
No, I wanted to ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question. They have rights, all of us have rights
to ownership
as citizens of Nigeria,
yes.
to ownership. That's what I'm saying. How many applications have been?
That's where the investigation comes
exactly,
in.
that's number one.
Why was their own priority?
And why was that kind of a vast of a land
given to them? So that's why.
What business do they do that they want to do?
These are the things everybody is trying to find out. And that is where you see they continue to shortchange Nigerians. Your application is there, they're not going to attend to it. Another person's application comes just today, overnight, it's done. They will crash the cost of acquiring the land or charges that you should pay to government, and so that it goes freely. And I was just saying, what Kingibe was saying, she didn't question their right to ownership. What he's saying that is, why reduce this?
Okay, now, who legislates for FCT?
National Assembly.
House of Rep. House of Rep.
Who owns House of Rep?
Nigerians now.
Yes, why is what you ought to be. But me and you this country, we don't say this thing is dead and forever. Because most of them have benefited same with waivers. So who?
And it didn't start today.
It's not, see, it can only happen when this government is gone, maybe another government. But this federal
That's what
government-
I'm saying.
This federal government.
Let me tell you, the
is
journey of national development is beyond tenures. It's just because we happen to be plagued in Nigeria that we don't have national goals that span up to 10 years and 20 years and 30 years.
Like Abuja 20.
And we have been committed to it. If you go to China, go to all those places, they have certain projects that spans up to 50 years and they will be committed to it from day one. But ours, we look into every 4 years, street lights and things that will just start today and finish the next second. We don't, it was even by grace that you saw that Jonathan almost finished a rail and Buhari commissioned it and things like that. Just like second Niger bridge that Jonathan started and Buhari continued. That was a grace. You hardly find it. But
That's what everybody said when he was talking on Arise. He said, look for what this government has initiated and finished. Not only initiated, look for the one they started from where it was stopped by the last administration and they continued with it and finished it. There must be continuity in government. The government is not individual. The government is a structure.
Exactly.
Those are the things.
So that's what I'm saying.
know.
That allocate land today, somebody's going to develop it. You might not be there.
Yeah, I also still know what he's saying. We have not seen people brought to book that have done it. Past FCT ministers, a lot of them.
But Rufai changed a lot of things.
That we saw him at that particular
Rufai was
time.
courageous.
After that's 2007. Since after then, what has happened?
All have been very
Do you understand? We saw the Bauchi state governor come as this thing.
Not much.
In fact, there's one particular one that said that they have shared everything, which one is remaining for me.
This last one, there was people said that his achievement was no smoking in the public.
And clearing gutters.
But the celebration is waiting. I mean, as long as we're playing about.
All right, let's just try to.
Let's hope that they'll do it properly.
Well,
Let's keep it on public discussion.
You see, but we should also be doing things with the conscience. You see, we have gotten to that extent in Nigeria. Don't be gathering money to be fighting opposition.
No.
And future money.
And let me tell you, worst case scenario, where is our former president?
Buhari.
Muhammad Buhari.
He's gone.
You are going to.
He's
You
gone.
are going to.
What if even go one that started as became a president or head of state at 27, 28? He can do more. Even Obasanjo that is trying to show that he can play.
He's still an old man.
He's still an
He
old
still
man.
play the ball like an old man.
Exactly.
So let's.
You have to be guiding him when he's coming.
That's right.
Do you understand? So let's do things for posterity's sake and use
Okay,
confidence.
I think if we can change the federal government in acquisition of land for his children, which the other agencies are going to investigate how they were able to acquire that land, whether the procedures was followed. It could happen to the future, maybe not today. We just hope abuse of power, case of abuse of power will not be established because you will be jailed for that. This is still Friday beer parlor discussion. Until next week.